What's going on, everybody? It's PapaStones coming back with another video. You know what time it is. It's Market Watch Wednesday. We're going to jump right into this. We got pre-sales for Carbonites at $318 for booster display. It's kind of crazy, but it's not bad. Twilight boxes for $65, Spark for $95, Shadows for $75. Personally still think Shadows right now is the best value. But that. Twilight also isn't terrible for 65 if you get the good hits, I guess. We got Luke still chilling at 38. Vader's at 35. I think Vader's time to shine might be on the way back at 37, I guess. They're showing a lot of good villainy stuff. I mean, granted, they're showing a lot of good stuff for the new sets, so realistically, these cards will probably both creep back up, I would think, but who knows. Same with Falcon. I know it was already kind of boomed up a little bit from the 20 it was at before everyone was on the Han train, but I think next Han might also be into the Millennium Falcon. There's that new Han Legendary unit that pilots on Falcons and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think Falcon's not a bad card to own right now. Double aspect, as always, worthwhile. Can only get better, right? Sure, they might rotate out. Definitely have to consider that, but you still got another year with them. And if you're playing other formats, it's still probably good enough. Yeah, TIE Silencers, though. I don't know. I think now, I could be wrong. It's more of a hot take, I would say. But I think TIE Silencers might be worth selling at 25. Just because they're probably going to start printing better spaceships, right? Like, we've seen some of the spaceships. Not any good 2-drops so far. Good. Not any 3-2 spaceships that have no drawback. But I feel like they're going to, just because of how good the spaceships they've shown in other categories have been, that it might be okay to sell your TIE Silencers unless you like really need them, or if you're playing Kylo specifically, because they're good in there, right? But if you're not, like say you're playing it just in Django, selling it now wouldn't be horrible, I think, just because there's probably replacement options next set that are good. Could be wrong. This is kind of a prediction since we haven't seen the whole set, but it's probably not a bad time if you ask me. Moving on, though, we got Poe at 27. I think Poe's actually getting better. Not for sure. Like, they have shown some resistance stuff, and they're definitely trying to make a deck around it. And Poe is a resistance unit on top of already being a good card. I think Poe's an okay pickup right now. It's already kind of steep, 27-ish, right? So if you want verified too, you're looking at like 29. It's already kind of steep, but I do think that Poe will probably still be a good card in general and probably make spots in resistance, obviously. So he might not be bad if you're looking for a higher-ended purchase currently. Same with Cad Bane. I think Cad Bane's good. It's kind of been chilling around this price range for a while now. I think Cad Bane got some sweet support already shown, and they probably got more coming too that'll be splashed in, so I think Cad Bane's a good card as well. Avenger, kind of, where it's been forever, no give or take. Snoke. I think Snoke is obviously, I've been saying this forever too, Snoke is going to be a house, Snoke is a house, and it is showing now. We are at 25 for the cheapest one. Yeah, because let's see, last month or two, they were like 15, last month they were like 17, now they're like 25. Snoke will continue to be a powerhouse. This card basically says token decks cannot be relevant in the meta unless they are so fast that they come out before Snoke. Even Space Django, right? Django hates Snoke. It's so crazy. So if you didn't get your Snokes earlier, you should have. I tried telling you, but if you still need them and you're planning on playing blue, I would get them before they go up, because I think they're going to keep going up, to be honest. Snoke is just kind of a house currently. Now there are two of them at 20. It's not too surprising. Maybe it gets better. I don't know if I'd say you have to have these, but it might get better, right? If they print synergistic stuff. So there is that. Fett, also not. I honestly, $15. I think it's okay to own these. I might honestly, because I own two, right? I might buy my third one just because it's still pretty cheap, and I guarantee you this card will find a home. It's already in Cad Bane, right? And I think Cad Bane, just off of one card they've showed that goes in it, I think Cad Bane gets better. I would own Boba's. $15 isn't crazy, and it has the potential to go up, I think. Crate Dragon, on the other hand, it's whatever. Triple Dark Raid. We are getting a space set. You should have bought these forever ago. You're looking at 10 for near mint, or 14 for foil verified. 14 for foil verified. Yeah. We're getting a spaceship set, and Django's already prevalent. I mean, I was pretty spot on that one, I think. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely had some misses too, but I feel like I've been pretty decent in my predictions, right? Ayala is okay. I still think this card's kind of average, but it's not seeing a lot of play, but it's still kind of steep for what it is. K2s, I think this card's good. I'm surprised it's still this cheap, $5.80. Hi, bud. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have them, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Double aspect the same. Gotta look at Hotshot DL, even though I know it's outrageous. This is where it goes back to the buy the shadows boxes, because the rare hits are worth most of the time, and then the legendaries are bonus. Looking at $10 for a Hotshot DL. Command Laser Blast. Home one. Home one might see some love too. Don't know for sure, but if there's a green hero deck, the home one's definitely the best top end that they have currently. I think Kiadi could also start seeing some play, maybe. This might be a set 5 specialist, though, because I think we're going to see a lot more Force users then. But I don't know. It's not a bad card, right? So who knows? Grievous at 5. Might have to pick these up, actually, too. I guess that's $8. Hasn't really went too far down. So Grievous is a 4/4, right? Pull it off of Vader. I think Grievous is a sweet one. Maul. Hey, look at that. What are the odds they're right by each? Vader, Maul. That's kind of wild, Ed. But Maul's still good. This Maul's still bad. Maybe you get some love. Who knows? Red 3's okay at $5, I think. Ooh, one Carbonite for $35. Market price normally is $30, so it's a little steep. If you don't have a PQ, honestly, I would sell my DJs. It's not crazy money by any means, like $10. But I think this is also just speculation, but I'm pretty sure they changed the interaction after PQ season. Like they said, they're not banning Han, right? That's all they said, and they're keeping an eye on it. They don't have to ban Han. I think they got to change the way that DJ and Han interact. If they just want to outright ban it, sure, whatever, but they could literally just come out and say, like, hey, you can't defeat a resource you don't own, kind of thing. But I think DJ gets worse. This is, like I said, this is all kind of speculation, but I think enough people are tired of this interaction that it will be brought to their attention enough to deal with it, in a sense. Just because it's not fun, right? Like, if you don't have interaction on the tech DJ turn and you get your resource behind, you can't flip your leader. They're at like 9 resources and you're at like 3 or 4 or whatever, 5. Who knows? Like, even like, it's just so punishing, I think, just because you didn't have an out to something that is not fantastic. Maybe even if they don't, I mean, they could just change it to you can't do the cost down to 5 off of 10. Like they'll do something to it to make it worse. I think like I said, I'm not positive, but if it were me and I wasn't planning on playing Han Yellow, I would sell DJs. Bazine's another pricey shadow rare. Yeah, same with Tech. Wrecker also. All good cards, really. Kylo unit, I think is bad. Fallen Lightsaber, drop back down. Which is ironic because I think it was like $9 at one point when Kylo had one top, and now that Kylo's gotten a couple tops, it goes down. I wonder if people are trying to capitalize, I guess, but for $3, it's not the worst card, right? Ahsoka is tanked. Not surprising. I think that card doesn't ever see play unless it's for the Force tag. So, what else do we got here? Anything of note? Bunch of hyper. I gotta look at this actually. It's unverified. Yeah, it's $6 or $7 more bucks. Still, that's cheap, but I might just, like I said, I might just buy my boba. I think it's time. It's tanked enough, and I have to refurbish. Not Cad Bane, U-Wing. I still think this card's a house. I think this card only gets better. I've been saying it for weeks now. They're still only $2. They're for sure. Like, I shouldn't say for sure because it's all speculation, but I think there'll be a green hero deck that's relevant. And if there is, I guarantee you it's on U-Wing. Unless it's like so aggro that it can't. But I don't know. I think U-Wing's good. We're going to move on. Next page here, though. General's Blade. This is the most expensive rare from Twilight. So that's why I think Shadows boxes are the vibe. Just because you get guaranteed rares, right? But I do think General's Blade is a card that could possibly go higher. Like I said, the 5th set is a Force set, the way it reads, right? We obviously don't have 100% confirmation, but it seems like it'll be a Force heavy set. So, General's Blade is good. Yeah, Change of Heart's okay, right? Actually, gotta check this out. I don't know if I ever looked. That's crazy. It's only $7 more for DL and hyperspace, which isn't too bad, I guess. Normally, I guess I've seen crazier ones, but still $7 more for a rare. There's a lot of showcases on this page. What else do we got? Anything of note so far? The out of stock 1 on 12 systems. Whoa. Just see, this is crazy. $19 for the Hyper Ruthless Raider. Oh, it's an uncommon. I think it's just hard to pull, honestly, because I've opened a Spark box or two, I believe, like an actual box, and I didn't pull a Hyper Ruthless. It's more than a Red 3, which is a rare, so that's kind of wild. Ooh, hold on. Buy Hyper Snokes if you still need them. Same exact price as the non-hyper. It looks pretty sweet if you ask me. Yeah, see, hyper techs are absurd. Hyper dark rays are absurd. Force lightning also. I think this card has possibility. Like I said, now I'm diving past the set they're showing currently just because I think it's the best way, right? You gotta plan ahead and make some guesses. This could be okay. Might still be bad because it's, iffy, but it's gonna be a Force set. I can almost guarantee it, right? Like, it might not be bad. $2. What else we got? Phase 3. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy work. Tower City Games wants a band for a second place Tranquility. you let me know if you get it, and I'll let you guys sell my top 8 and my top 16 for way above, because I've seen them on Facebook buy sell trade for like a couple hundred. And there ain't no way you're getting banned from it. Chancellor Palp revisit. I still think this card could be okay. Probably not. I don't know. We haven't seen much more for Akbar, and it's still, I don't think Akbar's fantastic. So probably not. But still, it's $1.60. Always go back to the legendary thought process. If it's dirt cheap, it can only go up, right? So who's to say it's not worth the pickup? Same with Satine. That one I think they can build around if they choose to. So what else do we have here? Anything cool? The champion one, that must be also... is this the same people? It is. Nice. They want a band for the champion and for the... Why would... If someone were going to spend a band on it, you'd just buy the champion one. Like, you wouldn't buy the finalist one. You could have at least said, like, 9. You're not going to get either one, right? But still, like, you could. Hu Yang also is a banger of a rare, I think. Worth holding on to. Holy sh. Traitorous, I think, also could possibly start to see a comeback. I thought about it a little more. I know people are going to be running upgrade hate, right, for all the pilot decks, or that's the consensus, right? That upgrade hate will be necessary. But against the decks that you want to run the upgrade hate, you could also just run Traitorous, because like most of them, it's like, hey, I'm going to pilot, you know, I'm going to play my drop, I'm going to put a ship on it, I'm going to turn this Falcon into a 7/7, right? Now I can steal your Falcon, that's a 7/7. So it could possibly make a way around. I'm just saying. What else we got? Hey, that's what we're talking about. That's up 40 cents. You see that? To the moon. We're tripping. Evacuate for $2. Still don't hate that. Evacuate's a good card. Maybe it'll find its time eventually. A ban for a top 16. Tranquility also. Some crazy work. What else we got? Anything of note here? A regular Hyper Tranquility for $8. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I got one of these. It's not bad looking. Yeah, we're kind of in no man's land. There was a card I wanted to talk about. I mean, it's not... Yeah, I think it's the easiest way to find it. So this bad boy... You can buy Hyper... Oh, I guess it's kind of up a little bit. If you watch my Monday video, you can get the regulars for 19 cents. So if you watch my Monday video, I was playing a Grand Admiral Thrawn... I think that's just what it's called. The new one, the blue one, right? The Wind Defeated. This card is crazy in it. So... Normally, it kind of feels bad, right? Unless you're in, what's this called? Gar-Saxon, right? Where it could see some love. But if you, like, say your unit has more than 3 health, or you're the one who runs it in and you get to choose the order, you can run this in and give 4 XP to something. You can also, if you have the dream scenario, right? Like on 6, where you have the Chimera... Play the Chimera, trigger this, give something 4 XP, then flip the Thrawn, run into something, give another 4 XP. So you could, in theory, get 8 in the dream situation. But this card is still dirt cheap. It is a Shadows rare, and Shadows rares apparently are going to the moon, right? But not this one. I think this card is a banger. I don't know for sure, but... If you don't own 3 of them, you can go here. This guy's got 14. This guy's got 19 for 75 cents plus the shipping. So you're paying $2 to get a playset. I'm not saying I guarantee it goes up, but I definitely think it will go up in price if that becomes relevant, right? Because I think Thrawn's going to be solid, and I think Val is a house of a card in it, unless you're playing like hard control where you don't want to stick cheap units at all. But in like a mid-rangey, like a green version, or like just not hard, maybe like soft control, I'd be willing to bet Val sees some action. So I think that's a pretty good pickup right now, considering how cheap they are. Looking at hypers, I saw the price went up a little bit, right? I wish someone had multiples so I wouldn't have to pay all the shippings, but free shipping on over $5, I guess. Maybe if they have other stuff you want to pick up. But I think that card's good. I talked about this one last week also. I think Cobb Vanth is also a house. And check the hypers, I guess. $3, $4. Kind of. None have sold, but they were listed at $1. Yeah, they were listed at $1.72. Now they're kind of booming up. I think Cobb Vanth is also good for the same reasons. Just rares that are worth picking up if you don't currently own them. So yeah, that's all I got. As tradition, we'll give the old market watch face. See how we're doing. Old Tarful at $1.38. Oh no, we're trending down. Come on, Tarful, it's your time. We only got a year before it can be Premier Legal, but I believe in it. It's coming. It's got to be right. I don't know. That's all I got this time. So, thank you for watching. Feel free to drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. It is much appreciated. Comment down below. Let me know what you're buying, what you're selling, whatever it may be. I'm always here to chat. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.